that way you can see everything. So on the left-hand side, we have the members of Brickhouse. We're going to be seeing Diva played by Dizzy Wingman, Little Sol on the Stitches, Shyborg on the Zarya, Tater on the Sylvanas, and Zesty on the Alexstrasza. Over on the right-hand side, we've got Wait Till 10. We got Ronan on the Anubarak. We've got Iceman on the Lunara. Tantrum on the Kael'thas, which I'm going to start his prediction right now. How many level 1 quests will he have by the end of the game? He is going to go into the Mana Addict as Lady Ronan on the Morales and Hannibal on the Leoric. As we take away this, we're going to go ahead and check out our first engagement and see what happens here.
5, 4, 3, 2...
There you go, some Twitch gambling if you'd like to take part in it. It's going to be Mana Addict Kael'thas, as I mentioned beforehand. We'll see how many stacks he has by the end of the game. 30 or more, 29 or less. Get some gambles in, as we are going to be setting up that player vision as well, is the one thing I forgot to do. And let's see, we're waiting patiently. We're seeing how the engagement starts out. Any raw hooks out from Little Sol. Lunara just putting pressure as well. We already have Leoric splitting off into the top lane. He will show on the mini-map. So this is 4v5. Little Sol not making sure they don't spread the Living Bomb around. And speaking of just, well, not even speaking of Vision, but because it just went away. But wanted to talk about Vision with the Sentinel Wisp at level 1 from Lunara. Also to note, Anubarak goes into Regeneration Master at level 1. Not sure if that sways any of your votes right there, but either way, this is going to be... Oh, Alexstrasza went into Circle of Life as well after 15 Regeneration Globes. She'll be spawning a Regeneration Globe. It's a lot of Regeneration Globes here, but this is also, keep in mind, the Alexstrasza on the opposing team, as we do have the first objective phase announced for the top and bottom, and we'll see who's going to be able to get this. So camp on the right already grabbed. Double soak rotation out from Brickhouse as they also went into the Stitches level 1, the Hungry for More, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and so this is going to synergize extremely well with that level 1 from the Alexstrasza once she finishes it out. Stitches will be able to get that movement speed very, very quickly for every 20 globes he does get. But he also will be scaling up his health pool, which is going to be a massive factor in all of this, and we can take a look at that as the game does progress. But Diva in top lane, putting pressure onto Hannibal. Just some auto attacks here. Leoric just returning the favor with some autos of his own. Alrighty, sorry, I'm taking a sip of tea. We're boogieing through a lot of these stacks right now. For both sides, as the Dragon Knight's available in mid, but Zarya is just beaming her way through this lane as well, and just making sure that no one on the opposing side will be able to get the Dragon Knight channel. But here comes the Anubarak Burrow Charge, not connecting onto the onto the Zarya. Kael'thas is here as well. Point blank gravity lapse. He gets the global statement right there with his gravity lapse follow up, and here we go into potential Dragon Knight for the side of Brickhouse. I will say the fast rank queue times are great. Yeah, they're great, but it's hard to actually get your hero sometimes. I have found in the league system that a lot of times, like, you'll be like, I want to play this role, and it's like, how about mid lane? It's like, but I wanted to play top. It's like, how about mid lane? But I wanted to play top. How about bottom? It's like, I didn't even sign up for bottom lane. How about ADC? Do you want a jungle? I know you signed up for a role, but we have a different idea for you. Very much the case. At least in my experience. Slam out from the Stitches. Anubarak goes in for the Burrow, doesn't steal away the camp. Gravity lapse from Kael'thas, connects onto 2. Though Alexstrasza working her way through those level 1 stacks. Once she hits 15, she'll be spawning Regeneration Globes, which will be great for the Stitches. And he wants to make sure that he's building out his own stacks as quickly as possible. Not only for his own HP, but as I said before, for that movement speed bonus as well. 10 more Regeneration Globes, he'll have 500 bonus health, and he'll also have he'll have 105 movement speed bonus. No, 110% movement speed bonus. Hook goes out into Tantrum, a lot of damage onto the Kael'thas, so he does go down. That's first blood in favor for the members of Brickhouse. Good gambles between both sides, good gambles. Alright. I don't know if Zarya makes it out of this one. Actually, Anubarak might be able to get the kill. It doesn't put enough pressure onto her. So she'll be able to walk away with about 500 and something HP. Mid lane, the Dragonite's available. Cyborg needs to be careful here. For Nubrek has a combo and is able to burrow charge and get the Impale. That would be a kill. There's going to be a massive rotation into this Nubrek. He waits. Oh, that's a great hook. It pops the Impale, trying to back away, trying to wiggle his way back into the fort range, and manages to do so. As the bottom lane goes over the side of Wait Till 10, top lane still in control by Hannibal. Maybe we'll see a Dragonite in this mid area from Ronin. The algorithm knows best to don't fight it, accept your fate. No, I'm good. I'll tell that algorithm what's what. You don't know me? That algorithm doesn't know what I want to play. It's actually kind of funny when it does throw you into jungle. It's like, I've literally never played this role. Why would you give this to me? Just give me a longer queue time. I'd rather have a longer queue time and get the role that I signed up for rather than like, well, here's jungle, go struggle for the next hour. Leark gets the counter channel in top lane, and Nubrek still in mid, and we are just kind of sitting around waiting for a big fight to break out. 10 Talonteers will be coming through soon, and maybe that's when we're going to see Wait Till 10 actually make some plays, since they are going to be, well, I mean, the assumption is they're going to live up to their name. Body blocking coming out from Stitches, trying to keep this Kael'thas from getting into his gate, as Ronin is doing their best to start to put backline pressure out. Kael'thas coming in with some flame strikes. Alexstrasza does have the dragon form, pops the circle of life, does get some healing out to some teams. Oh, team members. Lady Ronin almost getting hooked in by Little Soul, but the hook was not long enough. If it was level 13, that extended range would have been enough. Stitches building out more and more of these stacks. We'll check on those after we look at our other stats here, and the 10 Talonteers maybe come through because it's a little bit faster for the side of Brickhouse. Big hook onto Lady Ronin, just pulling this Lieutenant Morales out of a safe position. Just healing circles almost off of cooldown from Zesty to keep giving regeneration globes to the entire team, but specifically to this Stitches. New York seems to be winning out the mid lane. There's a big rotation, but while that rotation happens, Lady Ronin steps on point, Ronin in the bush, and there will be no channel for Dragonite had at this time. Well, 24 stacks on the Stitches. Oh, he's got a lot of stacks already. 25. He's got 10% bonus movement speed, so he moves at 110% unmounted. He's got a 625 bonus HP. Man, this is... I mean, there's tanking in here as a Storm, and then there's Stitches tanking. I mean, is he nearly double the Anubrek? Not double, but he's getting up there. It's like 1.75 or whatever, however you want to split that math. But definitely a massive health pool on the Stitches. Hook goes out, connects onto the Kael'thas. Gorge was not the 10 talent. It is going to be the Future Bio, which is going to be utilized right now. Gravity Lapse or Graviton Surge from the Zarya was the level 10, as we have a wonderful mind control pulling Lunari in. There's a huge Graviton Surge. We rarely see this heroic, but look at that value as the Life Binder will be used onto, I think it was Zesty actually. Slow's coming out, and he hooks out from Stitches. I would expect the hook to be off of cooldown. We can check it really quickly. It is. Surprised that Little Sol didn't go for the hook, as the channel in top lane will be held by Hannibal. Mid lane, Dizzy Wingman will be able to soak up the experience. Alrighty. Kael'thas at 13 stacks right now on his level 1. Stitches at 31 stacks. Ooh, that's 25 HP per stack. Stitches around, what, 775 HP or something like that? Bonus. What's he? He's nearly 6k HP. 850 actually, now that he's at 34 in the last few seconds. He must have just ran through a bunch of regeneration globes to make it 35. Man, this Alexstrasza Stitches synergy is really, really nice to see. I'm a little sad that we don't see it more often. I'm a little bummed out. I think this is such a cool synergy that we rarely see. I also feel like we don't get to see enough Alexstrasza. I really wish there was more Alexstrasza play, and I don't really know why. Maybe this is something I should be asking Justing in our weekly HOTS play games. Like, why is Alexstrasza so far back in priority for healers? Is it just because of the conversation of there's quote-unquote better healers out there? You've got Stukov, Ana, Deckard Cain, Rhaegar right now, Uther, Tyrande, I feel like I see more. It's just interesting. It's interesting. Lucio as well. I mean, how can you forget Lucio? It's just interesting to me. 42 stacks on the Stitches, so he's going to have 15% movement speed bonus, so he's nearly, he's half the mount speed. He's half of mount speed right now. Does have the extended hook as well from level 13, or at least the extended hook addition since he hit level 13. There's going to be Zarya shredding through the cocoon of Ronin. Massive Graviton Surge again. Stitch it with the Future Bile underneath all of this. So this was, did Lieutenant Morales get the stim off? I don't think so. I heard it go off, but I see it on cooldown. I swear I heard it go off. Maybe I'm crazy.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Mind control out from Sylvanas, a hook as well from Stitches. I think that it's that there's an option to just walk away, so maps that have a lot of moving around, guard and curse, a moving objective make her weaker. But even then, like, why don't we see her, like, on Infernal Shrines? I feel like point control based areas is where she thrives with the Dragon Queen form and everything. Or is it, you know, the argument like, well, cool, yeah, you have Dragon Queen, but you also have Decker Kane and Stukov, which are fantastic around objective points like that because of AoE healing from the Stukov, which is the spreading of the healing pathogen, and then just AoE CC from the Decker Kane, even Stukov control with Lurking Arm. I wonder if it's just really kits that really make the difference. I don't know, it's just an interesting conversation. I think I'll have to add it to my list of questions for justing in the future. As Mind Control comes out onto the new Barak, this is going to be a healing circle out as well from the Alexstrasza, still building out more regeneration globes. 52 regeneration globes in 10 minutes from Stitches. Hook out as well. We do have Little dropping the Putrid Vial. That was going to be a stim onto the Lunara, who's just not able to find a lot of good damage within this window. How long is the stim window? It's a 10-second window. It felt like she got like 2 or 3 autos off. Kael'thas does finish out his 20th stack on the level 1. As we are going to see a hook go out onto Kael'thas this time. Graviton Surge on the far side of that hook. Big Phoenix out from Kael'thas. No Mech Explosion from D.Va available. Mind Control will be utilized. There's a Life Binder on the left-hand side. Alexstrasza pops the Dragon form. That's a Leoric to go down. Dizzy is going to get low, but gets inside the healing circle and gets the healing out from Alexstrasza, picking up their 53rd stack on this Stitches. Dear Lord, the scaling on this large lad. 6,985 HP. Gaining 15% base movement speed and gaining 1,325 from just this talent, hitting 7k HP, 7,000 HP on the Stitches. Hey Jimmy, what's up, bud? How do you deal against Zeratul or Tracer as Alex? You ban them, duh. Got him, wrecked him. Get hecked, gotcha. I want to see her drafted on Shrines with all the heroes with Globe Talents, her Mephisto, Stitches. Oh, I mean, Stitches, Mephisto, Alex, I feel like would be really strong, and I'm just surprised we don't see it ever. Basically, like, trait talents on Mephisto, he can throw out his heroic. I mean, he can throw out Durance of Hate every few seconds, it feels like. A little anti-synergistic right there. Future Bile will be used. These are a lot of heroics being used for just a Kael'thas kill, or just a Leoric kill. Speaking of Kael'thas, he uses 26 generation globes. Also keep in mind, not every game has a Zeratul and Tracer and stuff like that. If you last pick an Alex, like, you can definitely draft around, like, you can play the draft game. And you can hold your healer for last and wait and see, like, okay, if we're, you know, second to last pick or we're last pick and the enemy has, you know, they already have all their damage, they're not going to go Zeratul or Tracer, then it's no big deal. I feel like Zeratul and Tracer are not that popular in a lot of our games. Maybe in, like, CCL and stuff like that. But even then, I feel like Zeratul and CCL really fell off this season. Just in comparison to playstyle from the last, but that's going to be a burrow in from Ronin. Good follow-up as well. There's a life binder from the Alexstrasza. Does get the proc in time? No, it doesn't. That's going to be a fantastic kill for the side of Wait Till 10 into the Alexstrasza. Is there a healing debuff onto her or something like that? It seemed like the life binder went through, but then it was immediately just chunked with damage. Oh, I don't think there's any healing reduction on the enemy side. I don't think so. So that was just really just good all damage in on Alex.
I tried to save this realm. Now it burns.
Alex Strauza can use the other heroic. Gravity Lapse. Follow up from Lunara with the Thornwood Vine. There's a mind control which will connect onto Lunara. Stim is available in 8 seconds. Little Sol is just gonna speed his way out of this. There's a hook out from the Stitches right onto the... That was such a terrifying moment for the Stitches. Actually, I say that, but his health bar is probably actually like still in like the 2K range. Gets to the life binder. That's full HP on the Stitches. Let's just look again. 8,000 HP. 8,000 HP. Nice cocoon from the Anubarak onto Stitches. Does slow things down. Dragonite still available for 23 seconds. Leoric still pushing out bottom. It's 4v4 per se. Anubarak goes in. He's really deep. Alex Strauza pops the Dragon Queen form. That's going to be Lunara getting pulled in. She doesn't have any sort of cleanse. Actually, does her cleanse take care of that? I don't know off the top of my head the specifics of... Ooh, hold on, there's a stim out. Zesty taking a lot of damage, does go back into human form. Getting the shieldings, trying to stay alive, and does go down, unable to get enough HP inside the Entomb with all of just the immense pressure being applied immediately. Good hook out from the Stitches as the Phoenix will be there. Ooh, Tater, gotta make sure you don't spread that living bomb. Does go down, no healer around. Dizzy getting low, gets that emergency shielding from the level 16. Hannibal getting poked out by a few of the micro missiles as the Stitches is just cleaning up the rest of the fight. Hook goes out to save the Zarya. Hannibal getting body blocked is gonna go down. Oh my god. 4 kills to the side of Brickhouse. Alex Jones' Lifebinder health equation can't be reduced by healing reduction. What? What? Oh. Alright, no hook to go out. Bottom lane Siege Giants are slowly coming through. D.Va still in pilot form, has decent actual siege. Just all those little autos. 73 stacks for Stitches. Dear Lord, does he have so much. Nearly 2k extra HP from that. 20% movement speed. Is that maxes out at 20%, does it not? No, it doesn't seem like it maxes out. Okay. So, Stitches could essentially be faster than Mount, right? In, like, not that many more regeneration globes. What, like 14? Is that math right? I don't think that math is right.
Control both shrines, and the Dragon Knight's power is yours.
Sylvanas is going to be able to lock down the keep in the bottom lane as the Phoenix out from the Kael'thas will come out. There's going to be a massive Entomb with the Buried Alive level 20. We do have Lunara getting hit with the Stim. No level 20 upgrade onto that one side, Blue, which gives you the movement speed. Big Graviton Surge. Doesn't have the level 20 upgrade either, but doesn't matter. Lunara goes down, so does the Lieutenant Morales as the Lifebinder does come through, spreading to... Wow, Jesus, there's actually quite a good Lifebinder right there. And Hannibal goes down, so does Kael'thas. Hook out onto Ronan. Throws out one Impale, but I think Dizzy and the rest are going to look to go to core. Okay, well, that's going to be game number 1. Going over to the side of Brickhouse, they played that so insanely well. How many stacks on Stitches at the end? 80 stacks, 25% movement speed. GG, well played.
give the best hugs.
Thank you for the follow. Okay. Well, let's get into our next one. Pay out the people as well. Choose the outcome. How many stacks on Kel'Thas level 1? He had 36. He had 36, so we pay out the people that believed. Alrighty, let's head into Alterac Pass, map number 2. Brickhouse is up in our our second best of 3 of the day. Okay, what's our draft for these teams? Ooh. All right, let's do a fun one. Let's do a fun one, chat. Start prediction. Do I still have it? Nope. How y'all doing today? You having a good Wednesday? Oh, man. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm good. Yes, thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad you're having a good day, Dragon Keeper. Hope you're doing well, bud. Oh. Oh, he didn't eat it. I thought he ate the rest of his dental treat. No, Ban is just hiding in the corner because he's being a weird dog today. Are you being a weird dog today? Yes, you are. Put this right here on top of your head. And then you can deal with it. And you put it right in front of your face, and you're going to have to either stare at it or something. Stare at it or eat it. Alrighty, everybody. How do you feel about another game? Let's, I'm watching this right here. Dismiss this message. I believe there's also a stream boost if you want to participate in the stream boost as well. But let's go ahead and jump into our next map, and I will go ahead and start the prediction when we get into the game. Welcome back into the Nexus Gaming Series Division D East. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have Brickhouse. On the right, it is going to be at Wait Till 10. We're on map 2, Alterac Pass, and we're going to have a fun little prediction here. Does Zul'jin finish baseline stacks? Does he finish the You Want Axe baseline quest? We say 150 because you can see there's a little counter right here that we're going to be able to check throughout the game. So there you go. That's the Twitch prediction. Go ahead and get your votes in if you'd like to do so, as we have 10 seconds until the gates open up and the chaos will continue. $10K on yes. Wow. Alright, well, if anyone's looking to play some odds, there you go. You got some odds to doubt with as we are here on Alterac Pass. Ooh, Decker King goes into Scroll of Identify as well. Not an easy one. Ooh, also, a lot of questing towns for this game. Chromie, once again, the first time. She'll be able to get an extra Sand Echo. And you also increase the damage to 45%. If I'm not mistaken, it's 30% baseline. 40%. Okay, so it only increases it by 5%. I thought it actually increased it from 30. I thought it was a lot less, but either way. Anyways, we go into rotations, and you've got another 50 seconds or so to get your predictions in for this Alterac Pass Gamba. ETC versus Deathwing in top lane. Okay. Zul'jin is in the core 4 rotation. I'm wondering if it'd be beneficial to rotate Zul'jin up to Deathwing, to just sit there and have Zul'jin just auto into Deathwing. Because Deathwing players often will just take free damage. I mean, we're kind of seeing it right there for a little bit. Actually, no, sorry, I thought ETC was hitting the Deathwing. He's hitting a minion wave. I just think that the range of Zul'jin into the Deathwing could be very beneficial, especially with the Recklessness at level 1. when you're low health. Deathwing is, yes, he can get some burst onto you, but I don't think that a Zul'jin should be killed that easily from a Deathwing. Maybe if a gank rotation happens, but Zul'jin versus Deathwing should be a stronger play for the Zul'jin player, and that's all I just wanted to bring up, is just kind of the matchup. We have ETC playing that solo lane game, which is not bad by any means. I just think that, as I said, the Zul'jin, he could be getting a lot more stacks, as this is going to be mid lane. Opened up a little bit here. We already have the camp in favor for the side of Brickhouse. Mei goes in with some icing. Iceman very low, and Shock Ray comes through. That'll be first blood over to the side of Brickhouse as Wait Till 10 gets their own null pack for this mid. Decker Kane picking up a few more stacks. He actually got 4 stacks with just in the last 20 seconds or so in this mid lane push. You've run out of bandit points. Well, hopefully you're correct, and then you get a bunch more bandit points.
Did you finish your dental treat, mister? You are such a good weird boy. You are so good. Good boy, bandit. Good boy, yes. Good boy. Yeah, that's my good bandit.
Why he's so weird about dental treats, I wish I knew. At least he's cleaning his teeth. Anyways, Deathwing was typing a message in chat, it looked like. Oh, I have no idea. He's just standing still at the gate, so that's usually the assumption when you play games. Also, X Factor, how you doing today, bud? How's your Wednesday going? Icing in from the Mei. A little bit of poke onto Ronin. Little Sol able to make the rotation down into the bottom lane area. Waiting to see. Bosses are up in still 2 minutes, so it's a little bit of time. No pack on the left is up and available if the members of Brickhouse want to go for this. Best first blood is when Grubby and Baha are in sync. Kappa. Why'd you put a Kappa at the end of that? Why is there a Kappa at the end? What? We were synced up every single time. I don't know what you're talking about. There's like hundreds of clips of us doing it perfectly. Absolutely. I don't know what you mean, Jay Shaw. Channel on the left-hand side will be stalled out by Zesty as well as Shiborg. This is going to be left at 8.4 seconds with Lava Burst on the ground from Deathwing. I'm going to zoom out a little bit further because we have so much happening right here. Mei behind the gate. We have Deathwing ETC, Rhaegar up in top lane, and still Tater hanging around the left-hand side. I'm actually going to bring back up the talents. Man, 0 stacks on Zul'jin. How many is he sitting on right now? 4. 4 stacks on Zul'jin. Maybe we'll get one of the quests right here, but either way, it is still going to be... Actually, it's going to be 7 to 6 in levels with a little bit of an experience advantage to the side of Brickhouse with that extra kill. Nubrak soaking up bottom lane. Seems like this is a good go moment for the side of Brickhouse to step in. Nubrak has to rotate all the way, but Dizzy Wingman so very low does go down. Equalization found in kills as well as experience. A 1 to 4.8 payout for the doubters. Just wanna point that out really quick. Alrighty, Cavalry will come through in favor of Wait Till 10. How much can they get from the side of Drekthar? Does anyone know what Drektar's? Does he have a first name? We talked about this in CCL. I think Kai Berry's actually sent it to me. I think she sent it to me in the middle of one of the games. Hold on one second. Does it show here? No, it just says right there. Okay. Does anyone? Is it just Drekthar, or does he have like a full name? I'm actually trying to think of like other orcs, and I can't think of any of their like first last names. Like Garrosh something, Thrall something. I'm sure actually like if you said them, I'd be like, oh yeah. Samuro something. Steve Drekthar. I'm stealing that. Steve Drekthar. Don't mind old Steve, he's just hanging out on the right side. I believe it's just solo name. Is that an orc / horde thing? I honestly don't know. Garrosh Hellscream. There you go, see? I knew the moment someone said it, I'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they had like first and last names. Or is it maybe not a... It's just Drekthar? No, because they have an apostrophe. Right? So doesn't that imply that it's just Drekthar is the first name? Well, there's no apostrophe, but there you go. You can see there's an apostrophe. Isn't just Drekthar his first name? Or just his name? Because you wouldn't put like John, you wouldn't put like John Smith and just put like a little tilde, not tilde, I'm forgetting the name of it, an apostrophe. Like you wouldn't put like John apostrophe Smith, you just put John Smith. Unless maybe that's just a thing in Warcraft, I don't know. We can look this up later, but these are the things that bug me in the middle of casts. These are the things that I'm thinking about. Grubby's out here talking about draft and potential wins, and I'm out here thinking, man, does Drekthar have a first and last name, or is it just like Drekthar, that's it? This is what keeps us up at night. 1 stack for Zul'jin, 1 to 2 in kills, 11 up on both sides. We have 10 talent tiers, so let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers as always. Stage Dive ETC, Lornado from the Deckard, Tostitos from the Zul'jin, as well as that Black Hole from the Tassadar. Some cool talents. Did you actually know? Did you know that the Avalanche, the stun duration is 0.5? It's per hero consumed? I actually thought it was a flat number. I thought it was a flat 0.5 stun, but it's actually a stun duration increased by heroes hit within the actual, or consumed by the Avalanche. Very interesting. Very interesting. Also for my Ev, it's Vault of the Wardens, not Vault of the Warden. I thought it was a singular thing. Apparently it's plural. Deckard Cain throwing out a scroll of ceiling does give a little bit of vision. Chromie with the slowing sands in a very good spot. It's a Lornado to try and pull someone in, or excuse me, push someone back actually. Stage dive in from the ETC. Deathwing is going to be losing 1 armor plating, but it's no big deal as here comes the Cataclysm as well from Deathwing. Going to tickle the hinds of the ETC with that flame breath. Gonna have just a little bit of a crispy cow right there, but the ETC is A-okay. Waiting to see if anyone's able to get their re-channel onto this. Ronan going for it right now. Big Black Hole from Tassadar on the bottom right of our screen. Iceman low. Can they get anything? Yep, there's going to be an auto from the May. Stunning them for 0.5 seconds per hero consumed. Very interesting. I honestly, I didn't know that for the longest time. I just thought it was a flat stun rate. So if you hit 3 heroes, you stun for 1.5 seconds. That's kind of crazy to me. Hannibal around 100-something HP. May wants this kill onto the Deathwing. Chromie slowing sands. I think Little Soul thought that they had it with 1 auto. Oh, the Deathwing, he gets away. ETC power slides in. I got a little bit of a scroll of ceiling out as well. And so I think this is going to be top lane cleared out. Bottom lane will arrive to the keep front gate. Man, I got to say, completely different game from map number 1. Brickhouse getting slowly pushed in. The slow bleed out. 7 stacks on the Zul'jin. Hannibal, thank you for redeeming the bandit pets. Much appreciated. Avalanche out from the May, doesn't connect onto anyone. Little Soul trying to back away now. Might have the Crowd Freeze available. We can actually check real fast. They do have the Crowd Freeze available. They were in a sticky situation there. I thought that there was going to be continued chase. Deckard Cain did go into the Super Potions at level 13, so a little bit of that aged floor juice, good for the soul. And the objective phase will be cleared out through the bottom lane, as it did get a keep front gate. Does go down, well, taking down, maybe let's say a 16th of the HP on the keep, but ETC fully cooked this time. It looks like it's barbecue time for the side of Wait Till 10, as they will find the fort through mid. I wonder if this is just a hard rotation to top and they just take the top lane fort, or maybe even top lane boss. ETC dead for 20, does have stage dive, but don't know if they know if it's off cooldown. Encore as well, 5% off of the stage dive cooldown. Okay. Looking looking at 13s here for just both sides for a second. As well as Crummy being ahead of everyone else with the shifting sands for the spell power. There's going to be a check onto boss. I don't know if Chromie just checked it or if she knew, but either way, that's going to be a leash onto boss. Oh, Crowd Freeze used a little soul a little bit low here. Scroll sealing out from the Deckard Cain. Might have picked up a stack onto Hannibal. Tantrum looking to go for the boss, while the rest of the team is kind of brawling here. A little bit risky, though. I think ETC might be showing, yeah, ETC showing in lane, but they have to remember ETC does have stage dive. Another stack over to the Deckard Cain. Toss Dingo will be utilized here. I think it might have been more of a panic moment thing in case, oh, I think, you know, the Deathwing's going to get me. There is an Avalanche pushing back the Commandeer Odin for 0.5 seconds, as well as the actual pushback itself. Rhaegar leaves the camp and rejoins the rest of his team. Iceman getting low, tries to dash. The Force Wall comes out from Tassadar. Black Hole as well. That Black Hole is more of a zoning tool than anything else. Deathwing takes flight. Doesn't have the Skyfall at level 7, has the Death Drop, if I'm not mistaken. Landing on enemy heroes, reduce their spell armor by 15 for 6 seconds, and Deathwing's basic ability cooldowns for 2 seconds. Well, 16s will be arriving soon, and we do have 8 stacks on the Zool Gym. We can actually check how many specific that is. 44 stacks, so 106 stacks to go for the Twitch Challenge, or betters, gamblers. I wonder which Hannibal the Hannibal player's name is after. Is it like Hannibal, the great general? Is it the guy that eats brains? Is it something else that I don't know? I'm gonna go with the great general. I'm gonna assume that our Deathwing player is not a cannibal. Though they could be a big fan of Silence of the Lambs. That's possible too. Or Anthony Hopkins. The general? Okay. I don't know, maybe you're a huge fan of Anthony Hopkins and you're just like, you know what? Silence of the Lambs, that hit different when I was a kid. I saw that movie very, very young and I'm just, okay. Both? I mean, who isn't a fan of Anthony Hopkins? Man's a fantastic actor. Hey Ronan, what's up, bud? Mid lane does have the Impaler camp, not the Impaler, excuse me, the Null Pack here as well. I'd like to see more Zul'jin trying to stack up against the Deathwing, though. I don't know if it's a conscious effort from the side of Wait Till 10 to deny the stacks onto the Zul'jin, or if it's just how the team fights have shaped up throughout this game, but it just feels like Zul'jin is being avoided. Like, Zul'jin is just being avoided by Wait Till 10. And I don't know if it's conscious or if it's just one of those things where it just happenstance with the rotations and how the map is laying out, but seems like it's working out really well for the members of Wait Till 10 as ETC. I don't know what he was doing to step in there, but ETC does go down. Ronan will be delayed out by the Tassadar. There's a lot of really good things to delay things over the side wall, but seems like after the Force Wall ends, this should be Ronan getting the channel here. Tater getting low. Does have healing over time and is able to wiggle their way back. Oh, some autos as before they even get to the gate. Roast beef. I always like analogies like that for when ETC dies. That or one of my favorites, and I think I might have overused it in CCL, but sending Deckard Cain to the retirement home. That one always makes me giggle. He's an old man. He needs to go take some naps and play some bingo. I say this, and I'm gonna literally go play bingo this weekend, so I guess I am an old man. Deckard Cain with the Lornado does push back some of the enemies. The objective channel time is being handled by the Anubrak as he is going to be having a few of those beetles to help him out. He is a Hardened Carapace build, but he still spawns beetles, which are going to be able to buffer a little bit around this. You can see he's actually got, does he have the Mad Lads? He does. He have the Burning Beetles, so that also helps out with this objective phase. Here comes a Reaver minion through mid, bot, and top, actually. Oh, the Reaver minion icon, maybe it's being covered by the minion wave, but it looks a little bit hard to read on the minimap. Alright, here comes another Drekthar Horde Cavalry, and we'll continue to push in through another lane. It's going to be bottom this time. Equal talent tiers, no 20s yet. Little Soul maybe looking for an Avalanche angle. Actually, they can't because the Avalanche is on a 30-second cooldown. Hannibal zoning back the Mei. Tantrum coming around the corner as well. Does have the Earthbind Totem for that extra slow, but no real threat would be followed up off of that. So right now, it's just playing it safe and slow. Zul'jin, 10 stacks right now, trying just to build up that extra damage. Because once he hits 15, he gets the 1.1 range increase, so he can attack from further away. And at 30 stacks, he gets the double revolve on the cleave, on the axes that do revolve. As Rodin's backing away, Little Soul goes in. Lornado from the Deckard Cain. Little Soul is just trying to get into an avalanche position. That's a 10-second cooldown. Cryo freeze is popped. Little Soul, can you survive for 10 more seconds? ETC stage dive will be utilized. Oh, the minion wave. Yeah, that's Mei running right into the minion wave. She's going to pop the avalanche just to buy a little bit of time and disengage. Meanwhile, the black hole comes out from Tassadar to just build some room. Mei goes for the hearth back through the bottom lane. And what's happening all these other lanes? Top lane, Keep goes down. Mid lane, Keep goes down. Bottom lane, Keep sits at 10%. Man, oh man, did things just spiral out of control for the side of Brickhouse. Exactly, Brian, exactly. Exactly. God, that weenie emote is just... Mwah! Well, the nice thing is for the Zul'jin, the people who have bet on Zul'jin here, he jumped up a few more stacks during that engagement, sitting at 72. 3 more autos for the 1.1 range increase. He checks the bush, sees the Anub'arak, he just backs away, throws out a beetle. 20s are here, actually, to the side of wait till 10, but they don't have Deathwing for a second or two more, who does respawn. Does he take flight? Or is he going to walk into bottom lane? That's the big question, because if he takes flight, it will be a few seconds before he can land. So he is going to take that flight. Your internet went out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I hope it's back. Did Kael'thas get his stacks? Yeah, he had 36 by the end of last game. 36. And I did pay out that bet already. Good Lord NATO just on top of the cocoon, just to be able to make sure that there's no follow-up damage. Actually, that's a really, really nice Kerrigan spray. I honestly have never seen that before. Wait, did someone spray it again? I wanted to see it. No? Oh, it's a cat. Anyways, that Kerrigan spray was cool. So 1 Keep remains, bottom lane. Core HP, shielding is going to be sitting at 20%. Man, the Alliance can't do anything on their own. I need help immediately. Whereas Drekthar is just like, you threaten me, Stormpike. Like I like the difference. Anyways, because just the Alliance are full of cowards. I mean, look at Anduin, he just cries. We do have the Tychus popping the Commandeer Odin. He does have the big red button. Actually, no, I'm sorry, he doesn't. He has Bob and Weave at level 20. Zesty getting cooked, the old man absolutely getting shredded. But here's the thing to note. That actually would have been a double kill for the Deathwing if Conflagration was grabbed. Toss Dingo to be utilized by the Zul'jin. Picks up a few more stacks, but still falls at the end of that. Cocoon onto Deckard Cain. ETC is going to be the target right here. Pops the face melt, but it's not going to be enough. Zesty looking to pick up a few potions. Does have a lot of those super potions. Has the infinite potions, but will they respawn in time for this old man? Shaborg is getting chased by Iceman. Is there a grenade? Not enough to get the kill. Farseer's Blessing from the Rhaegar comes through onto Lady Ronin. Iceman just going to do their best to start shredding into Deckard, who is just constantly picking up all of these potions. He just has so many potions around him, but it's not going to be quick enough. The potions do take a few seconds to respawn after 8 seconds specifically, and that's Mei going down alone Tassadar. And meanwhile in mid, yes, there is this null pack, but this is already a Keep in bottom lane to go down. Chromie, Anub'arak will finish out this objective phase, and leave Anub'arak just in case. And here comes the Horde Cavalry once again. Would you say your internet ate a weenie? I love the weenie emote so much. I love the weenie emote. It's so dumb. Well, at the rate we're heading right here, this is looking like it is going to be map number 2 going over the side of wait till 10. So it seems like we're going to go to a map number 3. But hey, we'll see what happens. Oh, whoa. ETC goes in with a massive stage dive. Does have the crowd pleaser from level 20. Gets hit with the cocoon from Anub'arak. Tater trying to poke out here as well. 23 stacks on the Zul'jin. Waves are crashing in. No shielding to the core. Mid lane getting pushed out. Looks like Rhaegar goes to clear that. Hearthing out from Lady Ronin to get full mana. Seems like Anub'arak did the same. What was your favorite role to play in HOTS? I like bruisers quite a bit. And then when we have the roles changes, I would say probably my favorite roles are bruiser tank. I think I like bruiser a little bit more than tank, and then I like range assassin. That's probably my like third, but they're all very, very close. I like playing a lot of range assassins. So that's gonna be a 1 second stun because of the 2 heroes consumed by it. The avalanche as a massive cataclysm comes through. This is Stormpike Vandar doing his best. Vandar Stormpike, Stormy McStormface, he's doing his best to defend. Zul'jin is throwing in the axes, but the core ends, and we're gonna have 135 stacks for the Zul'jin. GG, well played. Map number 2 over to the side of Wait Till 10. Yeah, I'd say, like, I really like playing tanks. Bruisers, I really like as well. I'd say it's pretty close between tank and bruiser. And then my second role or third role would definitely be range assassin. I like playing, like, I enjoy playing Hanzo and Azmodan. I'm blanking on some of the other heroes that I do play that are range assassins, but yeah. Stormy McStormface. Oh, Deckard almost finished as well, but... choose outcome. Does Zul'jin finish baseline stacks? No, he has less than 150. Them some odds to be paid out. You enjoyed playing the old Leorc? I like the new Leorc. The new Leorc's fun. I enjoy him. I like playing Dahaka and Sonya a lot. I love playing Dahaka and Sonya. Yeah, Falstad. I do play a lot of Falstad. Thank you. I'm a big fan of Zagara and Nazebo. Nice, nice. Those are good heroes. Trying to think if I like the old Azmodan infinite scaling, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't think they should have ever taken away his scaling. Miss to old Tyrande. I miss old Falstad where he had shock and awe. I miss Demolitionist Zagara. I miss Scouting Drone Malfurion. I miss Mule Malfurion. Bring back Scaling Owls. Yeah, do it. Don't be cowards. Alright, I believe I owe you all some bandit pets. Let me update the team scores, and let's get those bandit pets in. Let me load up the next map and everything, too. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, did the players swap sides? They did. What a bunch of jerks. What a bunch of jerks. The players swapped sides on us. Iceman, Tantrum, Lady Ronin, Hannibal, Ronin. Yeah, they all swap sides. This goes over here, and this goes over here. Man, such a pain, such a pain. Oh my god. How will I ever recover? The ammo system was kind of weird, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, yeah. Glad they removed hammer ignition. Glad I went to the runes that didn't stick. Oh yeah, the runes lasted very, very short. The runes, I think, were an alpha thing, if I'm not mistaken. I never had to experience them. Miss Murden's Stormbolt talent, removing extra ammo from towers. I think the tower ammos were kind of fun. The tower ammo was kind of fun, but there was definitely a lot of cheese involved. There was the old Zagara Abathur backdoor. Bring back Haunted Mines. Now that is a statement that I will back 100%. I want Haunted Mines back. I would love Haunted Mines back in Here's a Storm. I should probably switch to water at this point. Oh boy. They were an alpha thing. Sure. Yeah, I never played an alpha. I've been playing the game since full release. Thanks for the follow. Played the game since release, and I took like a 2 to 3 month break pretty early on in the game when I was doing Masters of Architecture, and then I was like, shit, I don't have to take time off like I think I do. So then I kept playing into the next semester. And then I stopped doing Masters of Architecture because it all felt bullshitty. It all felt like I was just doing the exact same thing I had just done for 4 years in my education. And it quite literally was. It was like, we're doing this project. I'm like, I literally did this project in my sophomore, junior year. It literally did something just like this. I hate that the education system, at least here, It's not about education. It's about profit. That's what I don't like about it. That's what bothers me the most. Let's do a fun prediction. Which team gets third immortal? We have wait till 10. Make sure I put these teams on the right sides. And we have Brickhouse. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get on into the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Education is an industry, it's just like every else damn thing, including healthcare. I hate it. Yeah, I'm right there with you, dude. Right there with you. All right, which team gets the third immortal of the game? We did have the teams swap sides. The teams did swap sides. On the left-hand side, we have Wait Till 10, Ronin on the Varian, Hannibal on the Gazlo, Lady Ronin on the Li Ming, Tantrum on the Stukov, and Iceman on the Vala. Over on the right-hand side, we're going to be seeing Brickhouse. We have Dizzy Wingman on the Falstad, Little Soul on the Joanna, Shiborg on the Lunara, Tater on the Artanis, and Zesty on the Ana. We're heading into Battlefield of Eternity. We have a fun little prediction to which team gets the third immortal of the game. Now, as always, I like to specify this in case you are worried about your channel points. If there is no third immortal of the game, I cancel the bet and you get your points refunded. So if you are worried about that, do not fret, do not fear. We do have a game plan for that one. But there you go. Get your predictions in. This is game 3. One of these teams will be taking the series. One of these teams will, well, not. Just everything is made into somehow to make money. Ooh, good gambles, chat. I believe in you. Big gambas, big gambas. Tennis top lane, amateur opponent, pretty standard level 1 for a map like this. Does give you the increased race potential. Basically, attack deals 150% bonus damage to non-heroes. Any ideas for the next hero? I'd like a StarCraft hero personally. I think StarCraft doesn't have enough heroes. I'd like to see like a StarCraft. I know we've gotten a lot of tanks and stuff, and tanks and bruisers recently. I mean, recently. We had Mei and then we had Hogger, so we had a tank and then a bruiser. I personally would love a StarCraft tank, but maybe like a StarCraft support hero or a StarCraft assassin would be cool. Melee assassin, ranged assassin, support. I think those would be the most viable directions. Maybe a healer. I feel like it shouldn't be a tank or a bruiser. I feel like it should be a support, a healer, a ranged assassin, or a melee assassin. It should be one of those 4 roles personally. I'd like for it to be a StarCraft hero. I also wouldn't mind a Nexus-based hero either. I personally wouldn't mind the Nexus. I like the Nexus-based heroes. I like Orpheon, I like Kira. I think they're great heroes personally. But that's just me. Down for a Reaper? Yeah, that's I wasn't sure if it might have been you, Dragon Keeper, who was saying it before, but someone else in chat has said they would like to see a Reaper in the game. Yo Bahamut, is the CCL rumors true that all orcs can keep their exact same staff so 30k could just roll again? Exclamation point, CCL in chat, and that'll get you over to the blog post that has everything that you're looking for. There are no mandatory roster releases, just like last season. Last season there were no mandatory roster releases, but there's also no draft this season either. Oh, a little bit of a wobble. StarCraft hero, you say? Phoenix 2.0 with good ults? I mean, that's just any other StarCraft character in the game. I wouldn't mind a StarCraft hero or a WoW hero. I don't disagree, like, in the sense of, like, I don't mind, like, a WoW hero. I just think there's enough WoW heroes in this game. Because, like, we had Hogger, who was a WoW hero, and we had Mei, who was a Overwatch hero. So I feel like tanks and bruisers, Overwatch and WoW should be off the table, in my opinion. It should be Diablo, StarCraft, Diablo, StarCraft, what else am I forgetting that they pull from? Even Hearthstone. I'd love to see the Intaker from Hearthstone. Everyone wants that. That'd be really cool. I don't know what he would be. Maybe he'd be a support hero. That'd be really cool, too. Thank you. You're welcome. I feel like there are not enough Overwatch Nexus heroes. I would struggle to find one I'm willing to play when that quest pops up. Nexus-based heroes, absolutely. Overwatch, they got a few. They got Hanzo, Genji, Zarya, Mei, Varian. That's off the top of my head. Ana as well, she's literally in the game. Varian's not an Overwatch hero, sorry. I'm thinking of the Varian skin. Varian's a World of Warcraft hero. My apologies, sorry. I was thinking of his Volskaya Foundry, because he has a Volskaya Foundry skin, so I was like, ah, yes, he's Overwatch. But sorry, my apologies. Still 5 Overwatch heroes that I can count off the top of my head really quickly. Joanna comes in here with just a little bit of condemn action. We do have the first Immortal of the game going over to the side of Wait Till 10, and this will be siege in favor for the side of Wait Till 10 through the bottom lane. Bob the Bartender also next year. Bob the Bartender would be a great hero. There are like 17 StarCraft heroes in game, and there are 43 WoWcraft. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of Warcraft heroes. Nexus-based tank would be fun. I would agree. As I said, I'd love a StarCraft or a Nexus-based hero. I think tank would be great, but I don't think we're gonna get a tank. I think it needs to be some sort of assassin, support, or healer. Maybe we'll get Overmind. Diablo hero as well. Sorry, Diablo as well. Diablo would be a good one as well. Diablo, StarCraft are there's 9 Overwatch heroes, huh? I'm missing quite a bit then. WoW is a bigger property than StarCraft, just more to choose from. Oh, sure, but we have, my point is it's not like, oh, there's like not enough good stuff to pull from. We have enough World of Warcraft stuff. I think we've got enough World of Warcraft stuff. That's my point, is like, it's a big franchise, yes, but like, let's pull from some other franchises. Like, that's my point. That's what I'm getting at. I got no problem with it. It's just like, yeah, why not expand the rosters? I think like Nexus-based something would be the best. But anyways, bottom lane fort looks like it might fall here. Taunt from Varian connects onto Tater. This Artanis is trying to back away, and the Hungering Arrow will chase and find the kill, giving a reset over to Lady Ronin on the Li Ming, who does blink away. Bottom lane fort sits around 25% HP, a little bit less as Li Ming does get the Arcane Orb as our second objective phase is up and available. They should just release one hero per universe every time they release a hero. Seems realistic to me. Yeah, we got that massive development team. They can definitely do that. We got this huge development team that Blizzard cares so much about. A little bit of a render lag there. My apologies. Hopefully everything should be leveled for anyone that was might have gotten hit by that little bit of lag. Yeah, exactly, Brian. That would be 2 heroes per employee left on working the game. Aww. There's gotta be more than that. There's gotta be more than that, right? Could you imagine trying to balance that many heroes released at the same time? God, that'd be a nightmare. Oh my God, that'd be a nightmare. Like, even the cadence of 1 hero a month when we were early on, that was still really hard. Like, I had to like sit and study heroes. I would actually play like AI games with Brian in chat, and we would be like, I would just sit there and just like mash the same hero over and over again in AI just to like test every single build that I possibly could. Why don't we just get Clippy? Ha ha ha. Master Chief's coming in. Ha ha. Watch me eat my words, and one day we do get Master Chief, and then I'll have to sit here and talk about Master Chief and Heroes of Storm. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. It was rough when they were doing like 2 at a time. Oh yeah, yeah. Maybe Microsoft will bless us with more devs. Turn down the copium. Turn down the copium. We gotta wait for the ink to dry first. All right, second Immortal of the game goes over to the side of Wait Till 10. I think it's going to be a while before we see any sort of actual changes within Blizzard Activision. That's my 2 cents. I mean, paperwork takes a long time in these acquisitions and stuff like that. So I'm not expecting to hear or see any changes for a decent amount of time. That's me personally. Master Chief would be a skin. I'm fine with that. I mean, Dahaka actually has a Halo skin. If you didn't know that, he has a Halo palette skin. I actually learned that from McIntyre. Anyways, Lunara does go down. The Immortal, second one of the game. Oh! Dizzy with the Hinterlands Blast. I didn't even catch that from level 10. My apologies, chat. As we do have some deaths around the map. Varian does go down to the Hinterlands, but it is going to be Lunara and Joanna falling here. Ana did go into the Eye of Horus, so she's got that global sort of snipe heal. Though I believe structures block the damage completely. No, 50%. Deals 50% less damage to structures, and I don't think you can shoot through structures. Gazzle just pushing up bottom lane. HOTS 3 then. Console only release. Yeah, let's get HOTS 3.0 on Xbox. Can't wait to use my Xbox Live account. Second to Artura's Mix as a new hero, I'd like Reno motherfucking Jackson. I don't know Reno, but I know Arturus. Arcturus? I don't think I'm saying it right. Either way, Zesty getting low on the Ana. Lady Ronin trying to make something happen here. There's going to be a Hinterland's Blast. Does get a little bit of cooldown reduction, but this is another bloodbath. Lady Ronin comes in with a big ball and is going to be able to chunk into the Artanis, as this is going to be Zesty so very low. He's going to be able to back away. Reno is the guy that comes out of the hidey holes in the HOTS maps. Oh, I didn't know that. Why don't we just get Harrison Jones? Harrison Jones is in the game. He's in Tomb of the Spider Queen. He's in Sky Temple. I also realized I forgot to do something yesterday that someone asked me in chat. I just had the realization that I forgot to summon the Treasure Goblin on a map for yesterday while playing. I just had that realization. Hey Mel, what's up, bud? Thanks for the stream boost. We're hanging out. We're casting a few game states. It's a nice cozy Wednesday. I'm actually gonna watch Free Guy after stream tonight. Last night I had a game plan of watching Outlaw Star and trying to finish like the vast majority of it because before it falls off of Hulu. By the way, this is the third Immortal, so this is the one that matters for our bet. And I ended up rewatching Street Fighter. Troopers! Bison is getting paid for his crimes. You can all go home. God, that speech, that monologue is so bad. It's so good. Ronin, no, Taunt is available. It doesn't utilize it. We do have the Wisp in the bush, but it's going to be taken care of by Gazlo's turret. Another Wisp goes out, trying to get into in a good position so they can get the Sentinel Wisp value to actually proc right here, and actually will be going out, but here comes a big Gravel Bomb, doesn't connect, it mostly zones, and that's Artanis going down. Li Ming doesn't get the Arcane Orb to hit Zesty. Might have been targeted at a different hero. Excuse me, the False Steady completely misses Hinterland's Blast because he has no cooldown reduction on it at all. Taunt from the Variant onto the Joanna. That's Li Ming with the Calamity and flailing swipes, but it looks like we should see the third Immortal go over to the side of Brickhouse. Brickhouse is able to get this third Immortal here. They will lose quite a few for it, but third Immortal does go over to our red team. Let's go ahead and pay out the people. Brickhouse gets the third Immortal of the game. How do I never see these Easter eggs? I mean, I learned about a lot of them from like friends like that read stuff on Reddit or even just like catching blue posts or I don't know. Also, I've been casting this game so much that like you slowly start to like notice little things. Or you have people that come into Twitch chat and start just being like, "Did you know about this?" And it's like, oh, "No." Fighting with a cover letter, I hate writing these. You know what blows me away? When I was in college, there was no focus on the cover letters. And when I applied for multiple different architecture and engineering jobs, I never had to do a cover letter. But now it's like all I hear people talk about. Is this something of like modern times? Is this something them damn kids are doing? Is this a millennial thing? Brian would know. He's a millennial. I don't know. I feel like I'm just hearing about it more and more. Maybe it's just not a thing in construction. Maybe that's just it. But in esports, it's a thing. In any sort of PC company that I've ever applied for, like Corsair, cover letters are important. I wish they weren't. I wish they weren't. You son of a bitch! Got him, wrecked him. Also, Be Crazy, good to see you. Wow, always yelling at us. and you don't do it yourself, monster. What? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Lies. Lies. Absolute lie. It's more important for business and tech than it is in engineering, construction, medical. Okay, yeah, because I don't feel like I ever heard about it in medical either. Granted, I have friends that work in medical, so maybe I just never asked them. I never really heard about it in construction for sure. But I can't really speak specifically to medical because I've never worked in it. Be Crazy, thank you for the redemption. Varian goes in for the charge, doesn't land the taunt, or doesn't go for it. Big grab a bomb as well. The taunt actually is used on the John on the left-hand side of our screen. Purifier beam from the Artanis goes out onto the Vala, and she has got that movement speed, and she's out of there. Okay, that's gonna end. I actually didn't know that there was a reticle thing underneath the character model for the Purifier beam. Oh, what a scout onto the Vala. She's going down. As this is a step in, big Hinterlands comes through, only gets 1 cooldown reduction, barrel roll in from Falstad, and that's Stukov to go down. The members of Wait Till 10 getting chunked right there. Fourth Immortal, looking like the first phase will go over to the side of Brickhouse, excuse me. In business school, I had to take a resume and cover letter course. In architecture school, we had something called we had like a professional education class, which ironically was taught by someone who had to come to the university after not finding a job and begging them for a job. And then he was put in charge of helping us learn how to get jobs. I'm not exaggerating. That legitimately is it. We had a course, I forget the specific name of it, but it was basically a course where like they teach you how to get a job in architecture. Like how to write a resume and how to blah, 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 and how to do this, how to do an interview. And our final was like a mock interview. I remember I got marked down on my finals interview because I didn't wear dress shoes. And I remember I went to the professor and I go, I literally don't have the money to afford dress shoes. Like, you want me to buy something for a course that I will not use. You want to know the fun fact? My architecture job when I applied, I wore black tennis shoes. I just wore solid color tennis shoes. I remember being nervous and I got in there and every single person in the office was just wearing like nice-ish looking tennis shoes.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
I just find it ironic that the university hires someone who couldn't get a job to teach us how to get jobs. I find that very ironic. But you know what? That's what, you know, having those ins gets you. Taunt from the Varian connects onto the Joanna once again. Tater trying to siege in through the bottom lane. Hinterlands blast off a cooldown, ready to go. Falstad gonna be able to meander his way back from the top lane as he was pushing that out a little bit. Falling Sword from the Joanna as a back out tool or a disengage tool. Falstad, hammering goes out. A little bit of poke. Does have the level 7 to get the armor reduction, the spell armor reduction. Dizzy still kind of lining things up here. Maybe going for another Hinterlands. There's a beam onto the Stukov. That's what I was mentioning. There's like a reticle underneath. Since they disengaged, I can show you this. I didn't realize that there was a very ornate reticle that goes underneath the person that is targeted. I know that there was like, I thought there was like a small circle, but I didn't realize that it had like the Protoss logo or symbol, if I'm not mistaken. Oh. All right. So, 39 stacks for the Vala, Varian's done, 74 stacks on the Falstad hammering. Jonna did finish the subdue at some point here, as I was rambling about nothing. We also do have the universal carry for the Stukov. It's not a super popular talent, but I have been seeing it from time to time, and I do like it quite a bit for some of these sustaining push maps. Much like Battlefield of Eternity, where you have the Immortal and you want to sustain the team while pushing. But doesn't seem like that has been the case for the members of Wait Till 10 in the latter half, as this has been a late game sort of shift in gear to Brickhouse.
We immortals shall return before long.
I personally have never liked that sentence. Those who can do, those who can't teach. Because that implies that... What does that imply about me who used to teach snowboarding? Like, I like snowboarding because I like teaching kids. I've just never liked that. I've never liked that whole thing. I've never liked that. I've really never liked that. I remember my buddy's dad said to me once when I was like, I want to become an architecture professor. And he's like, oh, you know, this and that. I'm like, that's kind of rude. I just want to teach. I like teaching. That's going to be a double kill, triple kill to the side of Brickhouse as they come through. Ana with the snipe with Eye of Horus. Ronan trying to back away. Should go down. Purifier Beam snipes that last toe. And now, Immortal Phase ignored. This is going to be the domination of Wait Till 10 and Brickhouse. Run through bottom lane.
Blue team's core is under attack.
Oh my god, look at the damage from look at the Lunara damage from the Nature's Calling on the core. Look at that, look at the poison damage on the core. Dear lord, either way, map 3 in our second best of 3 of the day goes over to the side of Brickhouse as Lunara gets right in our face at the end. Hey, what's up, Galzador?